Hare Krishna. Okay, so
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we are continuing our 8th chapter. So last time we did from 8:16 to 8:22. So let's do a quick revision. So 8:16, Abrahma Bhuvna Loka Punar Avartino Arjuna Mam Pitito Konteya Punarjan Na Vidyate. Who wants to do this? Rajesh Prabhu? Can't hear you, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest are all our places of misery wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. So the verse, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Brahma Bhuvan Loka, from means like from the topmost planet of the material world, which is the Brahma Loka, Punar Avartino Arjuna. Again, there is a chance to return back from there to this material world, to this earthly planet.
You can take birth anywhere, basically.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Mamupitya to Konteya. But this means after attaining the abode of the Lord, Punarjanmana Vidyate, there will be no birth.
Okay, anything else you want to add? Anyone else would like to add? Yeah.
This verse is like saying from like the lowest to the highest, like wherever we may take birth in this material world, even in the highest, it's like a there will be dukkha. There will be dukkha. Like,
can you tell me some dukkhas, Prabhuji? Earthly planet, we all know. Like if you go beyond Earth, like okay, go upwards. What are the dukkhas there generally? Sarg Loka, I heard there's a lot of sukha there. We put it, Sargvasi.
but there is like the.
What sort of dukkha is there?
I don't know,
Okay.
but Indra is very envious. So
Indra is very envious.
He's under the control of his mind.
Okay, we all are. But can we be more specific on Sargloka? Someone else, quickly.
Those are the places for Bhoga, Prabhu.
But why they're places of misery? Prabhupada writes here, all are places of misery. You're right, they are places of bhoga, but Prabhupada writing place of misery. How do we
So
understand?
again, we are coming in the cycle of birth and death. So that is the misery.
Okay, so that's after leaving the place, but while you are in the place,
you cannot remember the Lord there.
You cannot remember the Lord, so because you're a devotee more. I want to come down to specifics. These are general answers, they are correct. They are place of bhoga, you cannot remember the Lord, you'll have to leave. Correct, more. Acharya Nisa Prabhu?
So basically, that's where you can't get the pure bhakti, where you actually get the chance.
Yeah, but my question is, what is the specific dukkha in upper planetary system? Specific dukkha while you're there. I'm not talking it's temporary, it is temporary. We can't remember the Lord is bhogi only. Correct. What is the specific dukkha while you're up there? That's my question. Prabhupada writing, all places of misery.
Karma.
Not practicing Krishna consciousness.
That's done, but that's not the right answer. It is correct, Prabhu. What you're saying is correct. But that's you're looking from devotional perspective. It's correct
Does it
answer.
mean all those dualities, Prabhuji? Heat, cold, happiness, and sorrow, and all those things?
Sorry, what did you say, Mataji? You don't feel the dualities?
Yeah, the dualities, because the miseries are the dualities.
So you don't feel in Sargloka? Is that right?
No, you feel.
My question is, what's the dukkha there? Not what's the sukha. There are a lot of sukha there, no problem. We probably know about it. What's the dukkha there? Because Prabhupada is saying there's places of misery. And Krishna
Prabhuji,
consciousness
there
not
is
there. Understand that?
Do
there
they
is
have
also
a fear of they will fall down
birth and
from
death.
those places, Prabhu?
Sorry, one by one. So Keshav Prabhu, what did you say? Dukkha?
Do they have a fear? I mean, the soul in the upper planet have a fear of that,
Okay.
they will fall down.
Little not falling down. They forget that. It's a bhogyoni. They forget. They just enjoy. And just before they're going to, their time is up, it says you have a garland in Swargloka whenever you go. Many of you may have gone there. You get a garland as you enter, Rajesh Prabhu, if you go to Bali or something, on airport, someone comes to receive you and offers you a garland. Not Radha Gopinath garland, but some material garland. And what happens when your time is up, that garland start withering. वो garland मुरझा जाती है. And that's the time you're going to get out. You don't die in Sargloka. We'll talk about it later probably, but just a little indication here. You don't die in Sargloka, but when your time is up, your garland is with that sort. Some people will take you and throw you out of the Sargloka. So they advertise as no one dies here. But it's not no one dies there. No one dies in that compartment. That's it. Because your time is up, they throw you out. And then you enter into the rains, and then enter into the grain, and then enter into a man's semen, and then you take birth again, basically. That's how the cycle works. But I'm still not convinced what is the specific dukkha while you're up there.
We're still under the influence of Maya?
Definitely, Mataji.
We don't cultivate the Krishna consciousness.
That is done. We have said it many times. It's a
Prabhuji,
bhog
birth
yoni.
and
You're just doing bhoga. Now, technically, just on that point, technically, I just explained, I'll come to it. You can practice Krishna consciousness there. You can, technically, like no one is stopping you. But because there's so much bhoga is available, you don't practice, practically speaking. But technically, you can. There are facilities, like no one stops you doing arti, no one stops you doing japa. But practically, people don't do because they are like so much sukha. They just practically forget Krishna. But sometimes Indra also remembers Krishna. Yeah. More.
Prabhuji, I'll just try one more.
Yes.
Maybe Prabhuji, because there's so much bhoga, they get bored or something like that. Like there
No, they
was
don't
some
get
verse that
bored.
I read.
They
Chabai
don't
hoy
get.
ko chabana bar bar.
Actually, what I've heard, I'm just trying to repeat, so they don't get bored. Actually, they feel like, suppose you're watching a very interesting movie, for example, just an example. Your hero, favorite heroine. Do you realize where the 3 hours goes or 2.5 hours? It just feels like a moment. Arey, abhi to start really finish okay. But if I tell you to chant extra 32 rounds, oh my God, every round, every 5 minutes, what 5 minutes? Every 1 minute you'll be looking at watch. I've been chanting for 40 minutes. Prabhu, I'm tired. Prabhu, I'm sleepy. This and that. Prabhu, I'm hungry. Can I go out? My legs are tired. When we watch a movie or an India-Pakistan cricket match, everyone is fully absorbed. So basically, my point is in Swargloka, most of us get fully absorbed. So time actually passes so quickly, even 10,000 years passes so quickly, soul does not realize. And next moment, you're up. That's why Prabhupada said one point is the time when the bhoga comes in your life or anyone's life, the time passes very, very quickly. When dukkha comes, time goes extremely slow. Even 4 hours of painful situation, a bodily painful situation, seems like eternity. When doctor will come, when he will give me injection, when nurse will come, and I'll get some relief. That 3 or 4 hours, suppose you're lying in pain, it's so difficult. Watching movie or some enjoyment, material enjoyment, seems to pass very, very quickly. Okay, I'll answer that. So in Swargaloka, there's specific dukkha which is mentioned. Okay, Yuvati Radha Mata, you want to try?
Prabhu, is it because we don't understand that we are suffering and we are in constantly mood of enjoyment?
Yes, but that's from a devotional perspective, Mataji. But my question is, you feel a dukkha while you are there. So from an overall perspective, you're all saying the right thing, no doubt about it. They're not devotees, they're wasting their time in bhoga and all that. They're in the grip of Maya. But while you are there, what is the dukkha? Okay, so Priya Mata, last one, then I'll conclude this.
Fear.
Prabhuji, there is also death and birth.
No, birth is very quick, birth is no pain, and death, as I said, you don't die there, they throw you out basically. So
Okay.
you don't experience dukkha while you are there. Okay, Shastra says the one dukkha which we experience while we are there, matsarta, enviousness. And someone said about the Indra, huh? I think Rajesh Prabhu was there. Huh? So people have matsarta which they can experience right there. Why? Everyone gets the aeroplane. But my aeroplane is smaller than Rajesh Chaudhary Prabhu's aeroplane. His aeroplane is 5-story high. My aeroplane is only 1-story apartment. Although I have a plane, but I'm not happy. Why his plane is bigger than my plane? And why he has got bigger plane, Rajesh Prabhu? Why I'll get 5-story aeroplane in the Sargloka? I only get a studio. Why? Because he has done lot more punya. Suppose he has done, 15,569 punya credits, for example, just an example. I have only done 1,200. So based on his punya activities, he get higher facility even in Sargloka. Example, if you go to 5-star hotel, are all the rooms are equally same? Every room gives you same facility, Anand Krishna Prabhu?
Not necessarily, Prabhu.
Not necessary, right? Within one hotel, there will be categories of room. You can hire a room, which is like $200 a day. You can also hire a room which is $2,000 a day, or maybe higher. I don't know. So you understand? So within the same hotel, there are multiple types of rooms. So similarly in Swarloka, although you are in the hotel, you get the general facility. Suppose there's a swimming pool, everyone can go in swimming pool, gym, and all that. But in the room, you'll only have a radio, Giriraj Prabhu, not a Wi-Fi. That you have to pay another $1,000 a day. Huh? So based on your punya, you get the facility. There's all the basic facilities, also so much more. I heard in a lecture by His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj, he was saying, if you compare America, so for India nowadays, not so much, but okay, back 40 years, people in India, generally speaking, will consider America as like a Swargloka. If I get America's green card, it's like, okay, that's it. My life is supremely successful. That's it. The goal of my life is like getting the green card of America. If not America, Australia. Australia was like number 3 that time. Anyway, now Australia is also rising. But Brother Govind Maharaj said, if you compare America and Swargloka, that's what his words are, pretty bold. He said, America is not even the toilet of Swargloka. So if you compare, Swargloka's toilet in America, America will get shy actually. Huh? And similar statements are made in Shastra about the beauty of the people over there. If you see here a Vishwasundari or Vishwasundar, with all due respect to males and females, and if you see Apsara of Swargloka, you'll feel like vomiting after seeing this earthly beauty. The being there are so beautiful, so beautiful. You can't compare. Here we find that beauty, wow, is the topmost in 8 billion population. But if you see a beauty over there, and in that also there are categories. There are categories. Urvashi is considered like the topmost, for example, in beauty. So there are ranges in Swargloka as well. That's what I was saying. And because the ranges exist, you can see, you can feel a dukkha right there. Why my facility is less? Why I have lesser number of followers than this particular person? This is called matsarta, enviousness. This exists while you are there. And overall, whatever you said, lack of Krishna consciousness, wasting time and all that, yeah, that's all there. Anyway, so all are place of misery. What is the misery in Satyaloka? Now this is a Swargloka. Swargloka is there. It's not so high actually. Swargloka is not so high. Satyaloka is actually very, very high. What's the misery in Brahmaloka, Satyaloka? Same thing. Who can say? Anyone? Aish Prabhu?
Maybe, Prabhu, that after Brahma's lifespan, even that gets destroyed, annihilated, so it's not permanent.
Yes. So after Brahma's lifetime is finished, last week we were discussing about different types of pralay. Anyone knows what were the different types of pralay which we discussed? There are more than that. Just keep it simple. Anyone? Okay, Aish Prabhu, go.
Prabhu, the first is the Nitya Pralaya, which is like every second, every moment our body is also disintegrating.
Yeah.
So there's a Pralaya happening every second. The second is after Brahma's one day, where partially all the planetary systems up to, I believe, Tapaloka, if I'm not wrong.
The top,
Yeah.
the top 3 remains.
Top 3
11 gets
unrest
submerged
gets
in water.
submerged. And
Yes.
then the final is the complete pralaya, which happens at the end of Brahma's lifespan, where all the entire universe is completely destroyed. So Anantashesh completely burns the universe.
Yeah. And there are 4 types of pralaya in Bhagavatam, which describes the pralaya or annihilation of our ego, which is the topmost pralaya. And that situation is called mukti, atyantik pralaya. Anyway, we'll not go there. So there are different types of pralaya. Now, in Brahmaloka, the problem is that the pralaya happens at the end of Brahma's day. Now, during the day, during the life of Brahma, whatever pralaya happens, this does not impact the Brahmalokvasis. It does not impact. Only it impacts the 11 planetary system. But at the end of life of Brahma, they also experience a pralaya. And not all of the Satyalokvasis will go back to Godhead unless they have perfected their devotion life. Which many cases it does happen, but in other cases it doesn't. So they also are in dukkha. They know that one time, if they don't pass the exam, like IIT, sometimes they used to say, do or die. Either you pass the exam, so you go back to Golok to Vrindavan, or you go to spiritual planets. And if you don't pass, you actually go and stay in the material world. So people there are very, very advanced, and they are aware of this knowledge, and that's why they're very, very serious. They're not like unserious like earthly planet people. We are mostly unserious about our supreme goal, ultimate goal. And we are pursuing very, very small goals, very insignificant goals, very seriously. Our ultimate goal, we are not so serious about. But in the top 3 planetary system, people are pretty serious about their ultimate goal. So they are aware of that misery. So some chinta, anxiety is there. Okay, let's move forward. Rajesh Prabhuji, yes.
Prabhu, during the pralaya, what happens to the Swarga local people? They die, or like you just said, there is no death, but
Avyakta, they become avyakta, unmanifest. So this unmanifest, manifest quantity is just going on, Prabhuji.
that doesn't mean death.
So
It's
die,
just
definitely
manifest.
body goes. The bodily death definitely happens, Prabhuji. So our body will not be there. But what happens to the soul I'm talking? Soul goes into avyakta and then vyakta again. So night times avyakta, daytime vyakta again. So that keep happening. So when Brahma's day finishes, a partial annihilation happens. The souls in the 11 planetary system becomes avyakta, unmanifest. Body definitely dies. But top 3
Prabhuji,
planetary
so
system, people, body is also maintained. I'll just finish Rajesh Prabhu. I'll come to you, Lakshmata. Is that okay, Rajesh Prabhu?
Yeah, but you just said like there is no death in the Swargaloka. So I just got confused.
Yeah. So sorry, you have to understand. For Brahma's day, if you remember this diagram, Prabhu, there is no death in the Swargaloka when Swargaloka is live. When Swargaloka whole gets annihilated. So Swargaloka only is remaining there for 71 yugas where one Indra is there. After that, the whole government changes, Prabhu. So I'm talking Brahma's daytime here. So if you say Kalpa, this time being I'm talking about. So after this Brahma's day, a partial annihilation happens. A level planetary system from 0 to 11, they get submerged into water. Everything, even the gross places, gets disappeared. They get all drowned, actually, you can say, in water, right? Next day, Brahma gets up and starts the creation again and does all that. Now, within the day of Brahma, this type time, what happens? After every Manvantar, the government is changing, Prabhu. So you can live in Indraloka, for example, maximum for that Manvantar. And then it changes. You have to, even Indra has to change, Prabhu, what to speak of you. The whole thing changes. So yes, you will be out from Sarloka maximum after one Manvantar, unless you are a Manu. Manu can overlive Indra, which is possible because Manu is higher than Indra. Is that making sense? So I was talking about this unit, Prabhu, not this unit. After this unit, you have to get out. But mostly people will not last. Prabhupada writes actually in the purport, if you go to heavenly planes, you live there for 10,000 years. 10,000 divine years. So that's the max we are talking, Prabhu. So yes, you have to get out. But when the whole Swargaloka gets submerged, everyone just dies, literally. The whole planetary system. Suppose you are live, I'm live in Sydney right now at least. When the whole Prithvi Loka gets submerged, there's no point of me saying I'm still alive. The whole planet has got submerged into water. Is that okay? Yeah. But while I'm live, Prithvi planetary system is live, I will not die. They have to throw me out of Prithvi Loka so that I can change the body. Yeah. So while Prithvi is live, suppose Prithvi is live between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., no one will die between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. But at 9 p.m., even Prithvi will not be there. Rajesh Prabhu, is that okay? You still
Yes.
seem a little doubtful. Yeah. So
I'll get there.
there will be no being in Swargaloka, Prabhu, at one point. No being. Okay. Lakshmi Mataji, you were saying something?
What I wanted to ask is, Prabhu, so the next morning when they manifest again, do they
Yes.
get a new body? That's
Yes,
what I wanted to ask.
absolutely. Based on their karma, they get a new body. So your previous body is finished, and then you get a new body, you start fresh. But your consciousness, your subtle body stays with you. So whatever your karmic credits are there, punya or papa, that stays with you. Suppose you had 100 units of pap and 500 units of punya, that will stay with you. Whatever Krishna consciousness you have achieved, 40%, that will stay with you. And based on that karma, punya, papa, Krishna consciousness, you will achieve a suitable body so that you can start your journey from there, that point onwards. Is that okay? But Krishna can write off your papa and punya. If you finish your Krishna conscious journey, then papa and punya doesn't matter. Krishna can wipe it off. Or Krishna can also decide you to receive your punya or papa. It's up to Krishna. Is that okay, Lakshmi Mataji?
No problem.
Okay, let's move forward. 817, who wants to do? Giraj Prabhu, would you like to do?
Sure, Prabhuji. By human calculation, 1,000 ages taken together form the duration of Brahmaji's one day, and such also is the duration of the night. So, Prabhuji, in this particular shloka, we talked about the Brahmaji's whole yuga, whole cycle, like whole day, and which came out to be, I think, 43 billion.
No,
No,
much
4
more than
billion.
that.
Yeah, so it is
311 trillion, 40 billion years. That's what Prabhupada writes.
1,000 such Chatur Yugas make one day of 1,000 Chatur Yugas make one day of a Brahmaji.
Yes, Prabhu. So
And
one
Brahmaji,
Chatur Yuga or Divya Yuga is consisted
yeah,
of Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar, and
so,
Kali.
yeah.
And
So
they also have their transition sandhyas. So pre and post for
yeah,
each yuga will have sandhyas. And if you combine all that, that is one combination of Divya Yuga. And then 1,000 Divya Yugas will constitutes one day
Kalpa.
of Brahma, daytime of Brahma.
4.32 billion years it's written here. See, on under Kalpa.
For Kalpa, not whole life of Brahma.
Yeah, whole life. I'm
This
talking
is-
about the day.
Okay. Day of Brahma. Okay, yes, Prabhuji. So 4.32 billion, yep, that's correct. And then within one Kalpa, there will be 14 Manus. And for each Manu, there will be around 71.35
Yes.
Chatur Yugas or Divya Yugas.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then 1,000 will comprise of the day and night. How long will that be?
Same.
Same. So
Same.
12 hours day, 12 hours night, so 1,000. But in the
1,000.
night time, obviously, there's nothing is there in
Yes.
the 1120 system. Nothing is going on there. Okay. And then that's how we count the life of Brahma, which
Life
is
of
311,
Brahma.
which did the calculation last week. So
Yes.
we'll not go there. Okay, now can we just read Sahasra Yug Paryantam? So what does Yuga refers to here?
Millenniums.
In Sanskrit?
Sanskrit. Kalpa? No.
No. What does Yuga refers to? Anyone?
Yuga is a yuga.
It's
Divya
the
Yuga, thank you.
Mahayuga, yeah. Divya.
Yeah, Divya Yuga, Chatur Yuga. Huh? So here Yuga
Divya
is
Yuga.
not like Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga. This Yuga refers
Divya
to a
Yuga.
larger unit of time. Thank you, Prabhu. Ahar means? Ahar. You can read it.
Ahar. Ahar means day.
Ahaha, actually, yes,
Ahaha.
daytime. Huh? And what's the opposite of ahaha?
Viduha.
No,
Viduha.
opposite of aha, ratri.
Ratri.
Huh? So when aha
Ratrim.
comes, when the din comes, when the daytime comes of Brahma, your Brahma Vidu, ratri mix up, and ratri is also same.
Ratrim.
Deha ratri vidojana. Okay, sir, you
Yes.
understand that. And we also read this diagram, if everyone else remembers. So
Yes.
432K is 1 KY. And then in one Divya Yuga, one Chatur Yuga, there will be 10 KY. And that's how we did the whole calculation last week. Okay, let's not go in there. Yes, this is the question someone asked, what happens, Lakshmata, I guess, huh? Lakshmi Mata, you want to do 8:18?
Read the translation.
Yes, please.
At the beginning of Brahma's day, all living entities become manifest from the unmanifest state, and thereafter, when the night falls, they are merged into the unmanifest again.
Yes.
So, avyaktat vyaktayaha sarvaha.
Vyaktabhyaha. Vyaktabhyaha. So avyaktat
Yes.
means unmanifest, and vyakta means
Yeah.
manifest. So from unmanifest,
Yeah.
sarvaha, all the living entities, what happens? They become manifest. So whatever suitable bodies they have in Brahmaji's account, they will get it basically. Suppose you have lot of punya, then you again go to the higher planetary system and less papa. If you have lot of papa, you go to lower planetary system. If you have like in the middle ground, you go to earthly planetary systems, like that. And Ratri Yag mein praliyante. Okay. 8:19. Someone else can do? Anyone? Okay, I have to name
Again,
it. Okay, and then go for it.
again and again, when Brahma's day arrives, all the living entities come into being, and with the arrival of Brahma's night, they are helplessly annihilated. Using the verse Bhuta Grama Sa Evayam, which means Bhuta Grama means aggregate or all living entities.
Yeah, so gram word is very important. You'll see it in Bhagavatam as well. So gram, one is gaon, village, but when it combined with something, like bhut grama, that refers to aggregate of all living entities. So bhut grama, all the bhutas here. Sarvaha is talking here. Okay?
Yes.
Bhutva word is also getting repeatedly used in Shastra.
Bhuta really it is. So all the jivas which are there, they are annihilated.
Yep. So
At the
bhuta
end
bhuta
of the
means
day.
again and again praliyate. That's why they say, don't waste your human life, because dead again, and then you have to take birth again, and then again same jara, janm mrityu jara vyadi. It's just going on and on. This is called bhava sagar. Bhav means to be. Sagar means in this sagar, in this ocean, you are being again and again and again. That's why I say jiva is fallen into bhava sagar. Bhutva bhutva praliyate. You're getting annihilated again and again. And the important word in the third line is
Prabhuji, it is avash.
avasha. Thank you, Premadaji. Yes, avasha. Why avasha is important here?
Automatically.
Not automatically. Yeah, that's fine.
Helpless.
Helpless.
Helpless. What does helpless denote? It's painfully helpless. When Anand Krishna Prabhu, you said automatic, then automatic feels like a pleasurable experience. Our car is automatic car. You don't have to drive. This automatic machine. So automatic, many times it gives a sort of positive experience. Helpless is a negative connotation word. Helpless means you don't want to do it, but it's just getting done to you. Anyone want to get disease here? Anyone?
No.
Do we all get disease? Yes. Anyone want to die here? I know you're all pure devotees, it doesn't matter. I don't want to die. But you're going to die, we're going to get disease, we're getting old. Every moment we're getting old. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi. It is being forced on us. We don't want it. It's getting forced on us. If Janma was in our control, which family will you choose? Rajesh Prabhu, be honest. For your next birth. Fill up application form. Which one?
Maybe some millionaire or billionaire.
Billionaire, yeah, he's honest person, huh? Why not? Why you have to go through all these struggles of doing this job, that job, getting this PR, that PR, huh? But we can't choose. We are helpless. So this avasha word is very, very important. And we have to understand it's going to happen again to all of us. We are sitting here today. Amrit Prabhu said, this is a proof of one thing. What is the proof? In the last birth we failed. Isn't it? Last birth, all of us, sorry to say, we failed. Unless you are personally sent by Krishna. Maybe some of you are. But many of us, we failed in last birth. And probability is this birth is also be going towards a similar destination. So unless we are serious, we are all serious, we are helping each other, we are really following the instruction of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, probability is we'll fail again. So we have to take this exam, Ante Narayana Smriti. So whatever you do throughout the life, it doesn't matter, but the final test will come. Are you able to remember Narayan, Krishna, Vishnu at the end of life? If not, you have to give this exam again. Again, you start from A for apple, B for bat, C for cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nappy baby. What is that? Baba Baba black sheep. How many of you want to go to LKG again? Huh? I don't want to go. Anju Mata, you don't want to go? Maybe all of you are interested. Huh? Yeah, it's going to happen. Why? Avashaha. Avasha. We are all helpless. Except we take shelter of Krishna. Full shelter. Here does not mean just shelter. मैं भी मंदिर जाता हूँ. I also go to the temple. Yeah, that's nice. That's not going to let you pass the exam. Huh? Many times some Maharaj say, no, it's good, but it's not good enough. It's good. You chanting 16 rounds. Very good. It's not good enough. Alone. Alone. You have to serve. You have to follow the instruction. You have to become humble. You have to obey your spiritual master. Huh? So chanting 16 rounds is wonderful. Going to temple is wonderful. Taking some seva is wonderful. But individually, they may not be good enough. There's a combined eligibility there, which is very, very simple for the simple, very, very difficult for the difficult. Why? Because we are all Avasha. We are not Parama Krishna. We are also Ishvara. Are we Ishvara, Keshav Prabhu? Are you Ishwar?
Yes.
Wow, you're Ishwar, huh? You're not Ishwar, Keshav Prabhu?
We are the
Yes.
parts of Ishwar only, Prabhu.
No,
Ishwar.
just respond. Are you Ishwar or no? Don't become
No.
diplomatic. No? Okay. Ira Mata, are you Ishwar? No, she will say
No, Prabhuji.
no. Okay. Acharya Sabro, are you Ishwar?
प्रभु जी आपने कुछ ना क्वेश्चन पूछा, कुछ ना कुछ तो रीजन उसके पीछे पूछने का.
ये सारे diplomatic answer पे. Just tell me in one word. Are you Ishwar? Yes or no? Someone
Yes,
said
Prabhu.
yes. Huh? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, confidence. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhupada said,
Can-
Prabhu.
Prabhupada said, okay.
Minute is, sir.
Can you tell Keshav Prabhu why you're Ishwar and he said you're not Ishwar? Please tell.
The quality.
Because we can control, like, we can
Yes.
see, like, so we are controlling material
So-
nature in some amount.
Yes. So we are all Ishwar, but we are not Param Ishwar. Krishna is Param Ishwar. Ishwara Paramaha Krishna. That Param word is important. We are Brahma, we are Ishwar. Ishwar means controller. We can control. We have some minute independence. We have some minute capacity, but we don't have supreme capacity. As Prabhupada gave a simple example, a drop of ocean will carry the same qualities of the ocean water. If you analyze the drop of the ocean, it will have same chemical components. But that drop of ocean is not equal to the ocean, but carrying the same qualities of the ocean in a very minute particle. So we are also Ishvara, but we are not Param Ishvara. Param Ishwar. We are Atma, but we are not Paramatma. We are Ishvara, but not Param Ishvara. We are controller, not supreme controller. So supreme controller, he is known as, so we are all Mayadheen. Who we are? We are Mayadheen. And he is Mayatit. He is Atit. He is Mayadhish. He is the Adhish. Adhish means he can control Maya. 714 Devi Esha Igudmai Mama Maya. He says Mama Maya. Anyone can say it's my Maya? No. Maya says it's my soldier. Mahamaya keeps saying, in Sydney, I have, 5 million soldiers. We are all soldiers of Mahamaya. Huh? Prabhupada said once, go in front of Krishna and say, with the most sincere heart, that Krishna, I've been serving Maya for so many births. Today, you please take me in your shelter. I don't want to serve Maya. I want to serve you. And Krishna will give you shelter. If you are sincere enough, Krishna can give you that shelter. So we have been serving Maya for so many lifetimes. We can't even count actually. Why the word I was using here, avashaha, because we are all avasha, helplessly. So don't think this birth will be any exception. Keshav Maharaj was saying in one class, there's some philosopher which I don't remember the name, but he said, I know everyone is going to die, but I thought in my case, exception will be made. In my case, exception will be made. Everyone thinks same way? I think same way, I'm being honest. And how it gets denoted, we are not serious about our ultimate goal. So, but the exception will not be made. We're also go to the same destination where most of the time we have been. Okay, Sushant Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, you mentioned that we can control the material nature a little bit.
Yes, some
But
things
we
can control.
in Bhagavad Gita we say ahankara vimudatma kartahamiti manate. So
Yes,
how
yes.
does
So,
that reconcile?
yeah, so but you have controlling power. But here what Bhagavad Gita is saying, if you think you are the full controller, you are a Vimuda. But you think I'm a part of it. Krishna says, if you get any success or failure, the outcome, I should rather say, outcome of a result is depending on 5 objects. And you are one of the karta. You are one of the doer. But there are 4 more doers. Now, if you get a credit, Prabhu, and you say, yes, I have made it, you're not understanding the full truth. But without your effort, would you get the result? So you're one part in the chain, but there are 4 more people who are helping to get the final result. So in Bhagavad Gita 3:27, we talk, we think I'm a Vimuda when I think I am the sole doer of everything. And similarly, when I get fail, I think I am useless. And many people commit suicide or start taking some alcohol and all those things. Does that make sense? But based on our
Yeah, but
eligibility, we do have some minute independence to perform certain activities.
like what, Prabhu? Sorry.
Like what, Prabhu, you are speaking today, for example, that speaking ability is given by Krishna based on your previous pious credits. Many people in the world currently cannot speak, cannot see, cannot hear, cannot walk, don't have a good enough digestive systems. You have it. Right, so this is given to you. Now, if you misuse your speaking power, seeing power, listening power, next time Krishna may retrieve that opportunity given to you in this lifetime. Right? And based on that, you have a hand, you can lift something from your hand, Prabhu, at this stage at least, right? You have that ability. You may lose it, right? When paralysis attack comes to me and I lose the ability to even lift my hand, but to speak of, what's the name, but Muhammad Ali or something, he could, fighter, that big boxing fighter, he could hit the people within 2 minutes or something, he had a record. But later on in his life, Prabhu, he could not even lift a cup of tea with his own hands. He got Parkinson. So his ability was lost. Why it's lost, we are not here to discuss that, but that's the point, right? So we have some ability, and again, that ability is given by Krishna. We have to recognize it and put that ability back into the service of Krishna. Then Krishna is very pleased. And you say, okay, you're using this car in my seva, I'll give you more cars. I'll give you better car. I'll give you better facility. That makes sense, Sushant Prabhu?
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay, let's move forward to 820. Yeah, this is very nice. Who wants to do this? Anyone else? Yes, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Okay. So, parastasmastu bhava.
Prabhu, you can just read the translation
Okay.
and then we can
Yet
go.
there is another unmanifest nature which is eternal and is transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested matter. It is supreme and is never annihilated. When all in this world is annihilated, that part remains as it is. Sorry, Prabhu. I'm just
That's
kidding.
okay. That's okay, Prabhu.
So here the paras is explained like para means the supreme, like which is coming from the transcendental world.
Yes.
Tasmat means talking about that thing. Bhava means the nature.
Yeah.
Anya means another, means there's nothing apart from that. So it has been explained here that about the transcendental nature. In this line, it has been explained about the transcendental nature. And apart from that, the second line explains about the vyakto vyaktat sanatanaha, means avyakta means which has been unmanifested, and
This is translated to the manifest and unmanifest.
Unmanifest,
Here
correct.
we are experiencing manifest, unmanifest again and again, right?
So you
Sometimes
got
we get
confused in
manifest.
Vyakto and Vyaktats, Prabhu. So
Yeah.
which one is manifest and which one is unmanifest?
So
Sorry.
here Prabhupada writes, if you read the synonyms, Prabhuji, avyaktaha is unmanifest, avyaktat is to the unmanifest. And in the
Okay.
translation, Prabhupada writes manifest and unmanifest. So it's beyond paraha, manifestation and unmanifestation tendency, which we experience in this world.
Correct.
There's anya prakriti, anya bhava, anya prakriti, which is para, which is beyond transcendental, to this vyakta and avyakta.
Yeah.
And what is the qualification of that one? That one is sanatana.
Sanatana.
Sanatana is stable. Things don't change there. Like it changes here. We're growing old, we're getting disease, time is changing. Everything is changing in Sydney. Things are getting high priced. So that is sanatana. Yes.
Okay. Yes, sarveshu bhuteshu means sarveshu means everything, and bhuteshu means again manifestation. So
Jiva. So bhuta refers to jiva. Sarveshu
Jiva.
bhuteshu, all the jiva.
All the jivas, यहाँ पे like
So
here.
now here, yes, you're talking right, Prabhu, yahan pe. So
Hmm.
this Sarveshu Jivas talking about this material world Jivas.
Correct.
So when all the material world Sarveshu Bhuteshu, Nashyassu, they get destroyed, that one, na vinashyati.
Nashyati.
So that loka does not get destroyed. So we're talking about the Krishna's eternal abode here.
Abode.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
21, who wants to do? Jaldi, jaldi.
Can I try, Prabhuji?
Yes, please, Mata.
That which is the Vedantist describes as unmanifested and infallible, that which is known as the supreme destination, that place from which, having attained it, one never return. It is my supreme adore. In this in this shloka, Prabhuji, Krishna has explained the four characteristics of his adobe. One is the avyakta, second is akshara, third one is paramgatam, and fourth is that no one returns here. So,
Okay, so this is not a characteristic, Mataji. This is Paramam Gatim. It is for us. So when you say characteristic, that's a characteristic with that loka. So Paramam Gatim is the supreme destination is for us.
okay.
So when we jivas rotting in this material world, for us, that's a supreme destination. But if you want the characteristic, we'll say two characteristics are there, avyakta and akshara. Why it's avyakta? So do you think people in Golok Vrindavan, they are avyakta, unmanifest, they don't talk to each other? Why it's avyakta? It is correct, but I just want to expand on that.
That we cannot, it is
Yes, it's
beyond, we
avyakta
cannot
to
see
our vision. So
vision.
Krishna has to do paramam gatim avyakta based on our understanding. So for us, we cannot see where is Vaikuntha. No one can say, okay, Vaikuntha planet is 300 million miles away from Prithviloka. There's a material measurement. We can't do that. So this is avyakta, unmanifest to our mundane eyes. And that is akshara.
Akshara. That
Akshara means
it will never destroy.
never be destroyed. So akshara or avyaya, both are similar things. So this is avyakta and akshara. Yes. Tam ahu paramam gatim. Paramam gatim is a supreme destination, ultimate destination, as Prabhupada writes here. Yeah.
Never returns.
And the third line.
Yam prapena nirvata. It's
Nivartante. So you can break in two words, Mataji. Nivartante. So then it becomes easy.
It means that having attained which will never returns.
Yeah. And where's the similarity? Anyone remembers the similar verse in Bhagavad Gita?
15.6.
Yes. So Tabdham Paramam Mama. Okay, next one. So if you achieve it, Nanivartante, you will not have to come back here.
That
Tabdham.
Yadama Paramama, it's that adobe is my supreme
What's
adobe.
what's the most important word in line number 4?
Paramam.
No nivartante.
No. Krishna Mata. Most important word in line 4.
Mama.
Mama. Krishna here is attaching himself. So Krishna has spoken about his paramam Gatim earlier, but he's attaching himself to that abode, Tad Dham, that abode is Paramam, which is transcendental abode, ultimate abode, is Mam, Mera hai wo, it's mine. So I am the supreme lord of that abode. That Dham is mine. It's a big statement. Now you can say someone, okay, if you go to Canberra or Adelaide in this example, you will find a house in a particular suburb, just 5-story high, this and that. That's nice. Garima Mata will drive past and that house exists, is 5-story high, very beautiful swimming pool and all that. But if I say that house is mine, isn't it? That makes a very big statement. Acha, aapka hai. That bungalow belongs to you. Oh, that's a great statement. Keshav Prabhu owns that investment property, I say. So, so describing some hi-fi bungalow or a beautiful place, that's nice. But that dham is my dham. So Krishna is putting himself very boldly in front of Arjuna, which sometimes he used as a third party, that Purusha, that place. But he's saying that place is my, tad dham par mama. So this is a very important word here, mama. It is my supreme abode. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Last verse. Who wants to do? Anyone? Krishna Vallabha Mata. Sorry, I could not hear you last time. Krishna Vallabha Mataji, can you hear us?
Sorry, Prabhu.
No problem. All good.
I was just distracted.
That's
What did
okay.
you say, Prabhu?
Would you like to do 822?
So, Prabhu, here, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is greater than all, is attainable by unalloyed devotion. Although he is present in his abode, he is all-pervading and everything is situated within him. I think, Prabhu, you had mentioned about, in this verse, last time you had mentioned about how Krishna is present within something and also without,
Mataji,
beyond it.
before I go there, would you like to connect 821 with 822? What's the connection between these two verses? So if I just open 821, so which you just read, so he's talking about yam prapidani vartante tadham paramam mama. So that's the 821. Now 822, purusha sa parapardha bhaktya labhyatu ananya yassa antasthani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatam. What's the relation between 821 and 822? That's my question.
Prabhu, here he's talking about that he has an abode, and he's saying that I am personal. And this verse is for yogis who are after like Brahm, like he's talking to those as well.
No. So 822 basically, so 821 he said, okay, that dham is mine. It gives some characteristic, avyakta, that is akshara. If you go there, you will never come back. All those things are given. How do you achieve that? That's the next question, Lord. You're explaining a beautiful thing, Prabhuji, Mataji. How will I achieve that thing? So 822 gives that answer. How do you go to that loka? So the basic answer is bhaktya labhya tu ananya. Okay, Mata, you continue, please.
So, Prabhu, here the most important was, I mean, we did say the Ananya word is very important, which has come various times in Bhagavad Gita in various different verses, like Ananya Chintayanto Mam and all of those various verses where it's unalloyed devotion and just to him. And there he also says, so it's that he is attainable, or Krishna is attainable by that Ananya Bhakta, to that Ananya Bhakta. And then he talks about his mama, his dham in the previous verse. He says that although he's present in that dham, he's also present, he's all pervading. So here he says, Yenam sarva idam tatam. He's also within that and beyond that. As in this material manifestation, as well in all the bhutas, which is us and every small living being. That's what I remember.
No, that's okay, Mata. Just last thing. Although he is present in his abode, what does this mean? In relation to his all-pervading and everything is situated within him. Just a little expansion on this line. So although he is present in his abode, so which form we are talking about
he's
here?
That like his Golok form. So that
Krishna.
what he's there, yes, his personal form, personal manifestation, and also as Paramatma in all the living entities.
What is the second one, Mataji? He is all pervading.
All-pervading.
That is Brahman aspect. We're talking about Brahman aspect. Through Brahman, he is all pervading. Everything is Brahma. And everything is situated within him. Out is the material word. Is situated within whom? Mahavishnu.
Yeah, I was going to say Vishnu avatars. Yes.
Yeah. So Mahavishnu, Purusha avatar, which we discussed, I think, last class as well, 3 types of Purusha avatar, but very specifically, everything situated within him. And when we have to say he is situated within everything, which avatar we are talking? Shirodakashai Vishnu, as a Paramatma. Okay. Girajpur, did you say something?
No problem.
Okay, you didn't. Sorry. Okay, so now we are starting today's discussion, 823. Just before we go there, just the last section of this chapter, as you can see in the Amaichi guide. The supremacy of devotion in attaining the supreme. So here, Krishna will do some comparison. What happens to the destination of a Jnana Yogi, Karma Yogi, and a Bhakti Yogi? He will do a comparison, and through those comparison, Krishna will prove the supreme destination achieved by a Bhakti Yogi is the topmost. Krishna personally will explain that. Now, before this section, in which place in the same chapter we have read where Krishna has given his personal recommendation about Bhakti Yoga. Who knows that verse? Or a number? Or a word?
Anantya Charitas Satatam.
No.
One. Thinking of Krishna always, one, the 7th.
No, in the same chapter. Sushant Prabhu?
8.7.
No, 8.7.
8.14, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Garima Mataji. Tasyaham sulabha parthaha.
Yes.
So sulabha word Krishna has used only for Bhakti Yogis. Now the similar expansion he's going to do in this one. So he will do a comparison first and then do a conclusion. So let's read this section here. 823. Who wants to read? Keshav Prabhu, you read?
Yep. यत्र काले तेना वृत्ति मा वृत्तिं चैव योगिना प्रयाता यान्ति तं कालं वक्ष्यामि भरतर्षभ. O best of Bharatas, I shall now explain to you the different times at which, passing away from this world, the yogi does or does not come back.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So I'll start from the bottom here. Vakshami. Who knows the meaning of Vakshami?
Describe.
I describe, I tell. Vakshami. Uvacha. Who knows the word Uvacha?
Vacha means tell.
Tell. So Prabhupada Uvacha, Sutta Uvacha, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. So it's like telling. So Vakshami means explaining to you. So Krishna is saying, I will explain to you. Bhartarshava refers to Arjuna, obviously. Hey Bhartarshava, hey Arjun, I'm going to explain to you. What I'm going to explain to you? Yatra kale tu anavrattim. So avratti refers to, we are chanting, we are doing avratti. Avratti means again and again, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So we're doing avratti. Just because this is mantra. When Keshav Maharaj was saying, he was on a Harinam party. He wasn't leading, he was in the party. And one man just came to him. He said, I love you guys. I love your dress. I love your song and all that. The only thing I have to say, do you have another song? He just keeps saying the same thing again and again and again. So Maharaj said in response, he said, we are saying it same again and again because it's not a song, it's mantra. Song we cannot sing again and again, but mantra, this is different. So this is not just a mundane song which we are singing again and again. This is a mantra. What's the definition of mantra? Manastrayate iti mantra. One which delivers the mind. That is mantra. So this is not another mundane Hollywood, Bollywood song which we are singing. So anavrittim. So avritti is repetition. Anavrittim, no repetition. And then next line Krishna uses avrittim. So I will explain you about a yogi. Yatra kale. Kale refers to the time. Now there's expansion to that as well. I'll come to that. So if one yogi leaves on a particular time, he will be anavrittim, he will not come back. And avrittim, and also if he leaves on another time, he will come back. Prayata yanti tam kalam. So kale word is used in first line and in the third line. So prayata means leaving. And yanti means to achieve. So if he lives on a certain kal, he may achieve anavritti. Anavritti means not coming back. That means achieving liberation. But he lives in another kal, another time, he will achieve avrittim, that he will come back. So he will depart from the Prithvi Loka, but he will come back. Go to Patal Loka, go to Sar Loka, wherever, but he will come back. So basically Krishna is saying, my dear Arjuna, I'll explain you different destinations of different yogis by which they may come back or they may not come back, depending on the kala in which they leave the body. So I shall now explain it to you different times at which passing away from this world the yogi does or does not come back. So the words are anavrittim and avrittim. Now I was reading this purport. If the yogi is perfect, he can select the time and situation for leaving this material world. But if he is not so expert, his success depends on his accidentally passing away at a certain suitable time. And this will cause trouble and anxiety to certain types of yogis. We'll see which one. So 23 is the introduction of this section. Krishna is going to explain what he's going to explain. Now 24 and 25. 24 will talk about Jnana Yogi. 25 will talk about Karma Yogi. 26 will be a reconciliation between 24 and 25. So first 4 verses you can say are dedicated for Jnana Yogis and Karma Yogis. Non-bhakti yogi, you can say. Last 2 verses of this section, which is 27, 28, are dedicated for bhakti yogi. So right now we are reading about this non-bhakti yogis. Now this anavrittim and avrittim applies to all the yogis. So bhakti yogi, if successfully done, they will also anavrittim. They will not come back. So 23 is the introduction, and now we'll talk about this jnana yogi. Okay, who is going to read? Anyone? Meera Mataji.
अग्निर्ज्योति अह शुक्ला सन्मसा उत्तरायणं तत्र प्रयत गच्छन्ति ब्रह्म जना. Those who know the Supreme Brahman attain that Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fiery god in the light at an auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, or during the 6 months when the sun travels in the north.
Thank you, Mataji. So Agni, everyone knows Agni. So Prabhupada writes in the presence of fiery god. Now Agni can refer, you can say fire or fiery god. Actually, it can refer to both. When you talk about Surya, so we are also referring to a Surya as a person, Vivaswan Dev. Chandrama is a person. So Agni here, Prabhupada translates as fiery god. And I'll tell you why. Let's just translate word by word. Jyoti, the Jyoti here refers to the light. Ahaha. Who can tell me the meaning of aha? We just read it in some earlier verses. Daytime. Thank you.
Ahoratra, day and night, yeah.
Thank you. So aha word you can remember in your mind. It's very easy. Again, comes in many places. Shukla. So Shukla refers to Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. So Shukla Paksha refers to where Chandrama is going towards Purnima. So you will see on day 1 on Prathama Tithi, the Chandrama is very little, and then day 2 is increasing. So it's called waxing moon. So Shukla Paksha, where the light is increasing. Another one is called Krishna Paksha, where light is decreasing. So at the end of Krishna Paksha, you will have Amavasya. In the end of Shukla Paksha, you'll have Purnima. So light is increasing in the moon. So there's Agni, there's Jyoti. Jyoti's light is there, fiery god is there. Aha refers to the daytime is there. Basically, the daytime Suryadev is there. Daytime Suryadev is there. And in the nighttime, Shukla Paksha is going on. Shat Masa, in English they are writing Na, but actually Shat Masa. Shat Masa, there's Uttarayan and there's Dakshinayan. So probably everyone knows about Makar Sankranti, which happens on 14th of January, sometimes 15th of January. So, and on that particular day or Tithi, Suryadev enters into special Rashi, Makar Rashi, and that's called Makar Sankranti. Now, Sankranti happens in every month basically, but we are talking Makar Sankranti on 14th of January. So Surya enters into Uttarayan. What does Uttarayan basically mean? Surya is traveling in the north direction in relation to earthly planet. So if you are standing on the earth, the sun is basically on towards your north. But sometimes, because earth is orbiting around the sun, right? So when earth is down, Surya is up. And when Earth is up, Surya is down. That's called Dakshinayan. So when Surya is in Uttarayan position, basically we're referring to mid-January to mid-July. Now we can say Dakshinayan has just started. Now today is the first month of Chaturmas. Today is Guru Purnima. It's a very, very auspicious day. And Chaturmas, extremely good call for bhakti, especially is coming from today onwards. So these are some moments, special moments in the planetary system, which impacts our life. So sun should be in Uttarayan, Shatmasa, any one of these 6 months where sun is in Uttarayan position. Tatta Prayata. Now this situation actually is called Devyan. In Sanskrit, they are Devyan and Pitrayan. So Devyan refers to when you are going upwards. Now, upwards, especially towards liberation. This destination is achieved by Tat Prayata Gachanti. So Tat Prayata refers to if you are passing away, if you're leaving the body in that kal, in that time, Gachanti, and if you go, basically the soul leaves the body, what happens? Brahma Vidojana, you achieve the supreme destination. And here supreme destination refers to Brahman, not Golok, Vrindavan or Vaikuntha, getting some persons, because this verse is dedicated to Jnani Yogis. So if you have these situations and if you leave your body, then you achieve Brahman. Brahma Vidojana, so that people know. Now Prabhupada writes in the purport, if you're very expert, you can choose the time of your leaving. You can choose. But if you're not so expert, you cannot choose and you just have to leave whenever you leave. Now most of us don't have any control over the time when we're going to depart this body. We practically don't have much control over that. But some advanced yogi do have control. They can depart the body in a very auspicious moment so that they will achieve the auspicious destination. Okay? Now, just a side information here. Now, these times may be present, but you can do some, hair split analysis. What happens in the night time, even if sun is Uttarayan, what happens if the people have done a lot of bad karmas and all that. The point is here not to discuss in one verse what will be the exact destination. This is just a general principle given. If you live in auspicious movement, your destination will be auspicious. But if you don't live in auspicious movement, which is the next verse, your destination can be auspicious but not permanent, which is this 825. Now this is for Karma Yogis. Who wants to read? Kajal Mataji, like to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. धूमरात्रिस्तथा कृष्ण षण्मासा दक्षिणायनं तत्र चान्द्रमसं ज्योतिर्योगी प्राप्य निवर्तते. The mystic who passes away from this world during the smoke, the night, the fortnight of the waning moon, or the 6 months when the sun passes to the south, reaches the moon planet but again comes back.
Thank you. So Dhuma refers to Dhumrapan, हम लोग कहते हैं. Dhumra means धुआं. So when the smoke is there, Ratri is there. In the previous verse, Aha was there. Daytime was there. Tatha Krishna. So here Krishna refers to not Krishna, the Supreme Personality. Here Krishna refers to Krishna Paksha, which is the waning moon, when the Amavasya is going to come. Shat Masa, again, similar word is used in the previous verse as well, 824. But that one was Uttarayanam, this is Dakshinayanam. So now the position here is exactly opposite. So basically, suppose mid-July to mid-January, this is Ratri time, there's Dhua, and this Krishna Paksha is going on. If you leave the body, what happens? Tatra Chandramasam Jyotir Yogi Prapya. Yogi will achieve. What they will achieve? Chandramasam. So Chandramasa here refers to Chandrama. Chandrama also Prabhupada writes heavenly planets. So here reaches to moon planet. Also in the purport I was reading, it says heavenly planet. So yogi, if unsuccessful in the verse 824, does not get no result, he still gets the result. But the result he will get, he will go to heavenly planets, one of the heavenly planets. And for example, one is Chandrama. So there he will achieve the Chandrama planet and he will stay there for 10,000 years by demigod calculation. So 10,000 divine years we're talking, and enjoy life by drinking somrasa. But what happens? You will achieve it Nivartate is not na-nivartate. This is nivartate. You will come back again. So after living 10,000 years on Chandrama planet, after enjoying all the bhogas, whatever is available there, you will come back to earthly planet. So this is called nivartate. So generally this happens with the karm kandis or karm yogis, because they have done a lot of punya, but their punya is not enough to throw them out of the cycle of birth and death. Okay. Now 26, this is sort of combination of 24 and 25. Yes, Supriya Mataji.
My question is, इधर में अभी सर्दी है, इंडिया में गर्मी है,
हाँ जी.
तो ये श्लोक को कैसे कनेक्ट करेंगे?
Yeah, it's
मतलब
pretty,
इधर तो अब उत्तरायण हो जाएगा.
yes, Mata, it's bit hard to say on these aspects. We can't really come down to one conclusion based on these shlokas. As I said, these shlokas are not giving the full detail, they are giving the principle of it. Because even in Uttarayan, there will be a Ratri, right? So what happens if it is Uttarayan, if it is Krishna, Shudal Paksh going on, but it's a Ratri, if you leave the body, what happens then? So you can ask so many questions. So just based on these 4-5 words, we cannot define the exact destination, but we are defining a principle here. If the movement is auspicious, you will achieve auspicious movement. But if the movements are not auspicious, you will not achieve the highest destination. You will achieve a temporary destination, which is Chandraloka, for example, in 825. Is that okay?
So that doesn't affect whether we are in northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere. The movement of sun remains the same.
Yeah, but it's the
now
time
it's
zone
now
when
it's in Chennai, rather in it's in moving to the Chennai from July. But yeah, from January to July, it is in Uttarayan.
Yeah. But it's still the time zone matters. There's so many other things matters as well. And we're talking about the karmic activity. We're not talking about what you think in the last minute, all those things. So there's so many factors. But again, the point is there are many demigods who manages the passing of the soul. In one explanation I was hearing is saying there are many demigods who are responsible to pass your soul from one body to another, or even to bring it out of the universe. So like when you leave your body, it's not just happens your soul is flying in the air. No, some demigod is carrying your soul, literally. Some demigod is carrying your soul, and then that demigod will give your soul to another demigod. Then that demigod will give soul to another demigod. So they're passing hands actually. And then you will achieve the final destination, whatever the destination is based on the soul's subtle body. So, but demigods are helping basically. So you are always controlled by someone, whether you are Vishnu Duta, whether it's Yamaduta, whether it's another demigod, someone is handling your soul. You're not like free to go. Chalo, ab chalte hain New York. It's not the case. When you leave the body, demigods handle your soul. And in the first verse, 823, Prabhupada writes, time is the deity of Kal. Is a deity, it's a person. It's a person who takes your soul. A fire god is a person who takes your soul and give it to another demigod, like that. So there's a chain of demigods because that's their job. That's their job. So you have done your playing for 60, 70 years, and now they take control of your soul for that moment at least. And then they give you another body. And okay, you start the play again. It's like literally a game. It's literally a game. And then I identify that game. I'm a male. I'm an Indian. I am fair looking person. I'm a stupid whatever. I have so many upadhis. And then the game finishes in a blink of eye. And then start another game. But they are the controllers. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, 826.
Thank you.
Anand Krishna Prabhu, would you like to read?
Sukla Krishne Gati Hyete Jagata Saspate Mate Ekaya Yati Anavrittim Anayaya Vartate Punah. According to Vedic opinion, there are two ways of passing from this world, one in light and one in darkness. When one passes in light, he does not come back, but when one passes in darkness, he returns.
Thank you, Prabhu. So Sukle and Krishna. So this is, you can say, a reconciliation of 824 and 825. So I'll just open that, at least one of them. So if you remember, the word Shukla is used there. So in India, Shukla is a surname of some Brahmins, but this is not that. Shukla ji, Verma ji, Mishra ji. So this Shukla refers to Shukla Paksha. So again, 826, Krishna is using the word Shukla. And Krishna here refers to Krishna Paksha. So Shukla Krishna Gati Heyate. So basically, Jagata Shashvate Mate. Now here Shashvata does not mean eternity. As per Prabhupada translation, Shashvate refers to the Vedas. Vedas are also known as Shashvat because they are Shashvat. They are eternal.
What's
So
going on?
so Jagata Shashvate Mate. Shashvate Mate means in the Vedic opinion, there are two different destinations. One destination is based on Shukla Paksha, another one is Krishna Paksha. Ekya, one of them, Yati, if you achieve Anavritim, you will not come back. Anya, other one, Avartate Puna, you will come back again. So which one here we are referring to? Ekya, Yati, Anavritim, 824. If you achieve Brahman, you Anavritim, you will not come back. Anya avartate punah. Which one? Which verse we are talking here in this verse, Shobit Prabhu? So this line refers to which verse? We just read.
24.
25.
25. 24 or 25?
25, right? 25, you go to Chandraloka and come back. 24 was the third line. Ekya, one of them, Yati, if you achieve, Anavritim, you'll not come back. Anya one. The next one is Avartate Puna. Puna means again you come back, which is we're talking Chandraloka or in general heavenly planets. So you go to heavenly planets, live there for a certain amount of time and come back. So this is the mata, this is the opinion of the Vedas. And that is based on Shukla or Krishna Paksha. Again, as I said, it's a principle. It's not, there are so many factors when a soul leaves. Okay, now Arjun is saying, Acharya has explained that. This is not a verse here, but in the commentaries, Acharya has explained. Arjun at this point is a bit confused and is saying to Krishna, Krishna, I can't remember all that. I don't have control over all that. So Krishna says, don't worry, don't worry. Hey Arjun, for you, there is no worry. Now here Arjun represents the Bhakti Yogi. So for Bhakti Yogi, this verse are 27, 28 are mentioned by Krishna. Beautiful verses. 827. Who wants to do? Who hasn't done today? Salan Prabhu, would you like to do? I can't hear you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, can you hear me?
Hare Krishna, now you can hear.
Sorry, Prabhu, maybe something wrong with one. Wise. Naite sirti partha jnanam yogi yati kashana tasmat sarveshu kaleshu yoga yukto bhavarjuna. Although the devotees know these two paths, O Arjuna, they are never bewildered. Therefore, be always fixed in devotion.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So Shriti word refers to different paths. So Partha is Partha. This is Janan. This is not Gyan. This is not knowledge. This is Janana. So Janan, Prabhupada, right? Even if he knows. So Na ete refers to what I have just described to you in the last three verses. So one is going to Brahman, one is going to Chandraloka, and one is going to come back, another one is not going to come back. So whatever I have just described, na muhyati. Muhyat means bewildered. Na muhyati kashan. Do not get bewildered by that, what I have just explained. Who will go, what time he will go, what is Paksha going on, what is Uttara and Dakshina. Do not get bewildered by all that, what I have just explained. So Krishna himself is saying, what I have just explained, yogi, do not get bewildered by that. So yogi na muhyati. If now here yogi, you can say what type of yogi. So Prabhupada writes very clearly, the devotee of the Lord. Very clearly Prabhupada translates that. So here yogi refers to bhakti yogi. So bhakti yogi does not get bewildered by the description I have just given the last three verses. When I will leave the body, because when you're going to leave the body, you have no control over. You can die in accident, you can die in heart attack, you can die while sleeping, or some other disease may come. You may be in coma before you leave your body for 30 years. What control do you have? So Krishna says, do not worry about those things on which you have no control over. But you do worry about those things on which you have control over. So what control we have over? Current time what we have control over. Can we spend that time in Krishna Seva or in Maya Seva? That time we can control. Right now at least we are talking, right? Right now you can leave the class and go and watch a movie. Is it possible, Giraj Prabhu? Yes. Who's going to stop you, huh? You can just press leave button, leave meeting. No one will know except the Zoom. Zoom knows when you come and when you go. But you can do that. Or you can continue tolerating me and hear some words, whatever I understand a little bit. Huh? So you can do either. So similarly, any moment you can spend in Krishna Seva or in Maya Seva. But you have no control over how you're going to leave the body. So Krishna is saying, don't worry about those things on which you have no control over. In Varaha Puran, there's a conversation, is a very famous verse, between Varahadev and Bhumi Devi. So Bhumi Devi is asking this question to Varahadev, what happens to the person who has been continue serving you, dedicating his whole life in your seva, but at the last moment he cannot remember you, because he was in coma, he was in accident or whatever. So Varahadev promises to Bhumi Devi, anyone who cannot remember, although he's dedicated his whole life in my seva, but he cannot remember me at the end time, I will personally come and help that soul to come back to me. This is a promise of Varahadev. Beautiful promise. So Krishna is giving a big message here. The message is, do not worry about those things or those parts of your life where you have no control. Anytime people go through some hardships in their life and they start sometimes blaming themselves, sometimes blame God or blame someone else. But if you have no control over them, you don't have to blame anyone. So what you have to understand, whatever has happened is happening by Krishna's supreme will. Some destiny, some daiva is working on this situation. But what I can do right now, that I have control over. I can choose a right path with my intelligence given by Krishna and take a step in the right direction. And then what will happen? Krishna will see. Krishna will see. So na muhyati, this is the most important word. Na muhyati. Yogi, a bhakti yogi, a devotee, aspiring devotee, does not get bewildered by all these things. Tasma sarveshu kaleshu. Which other verse in the same chapter has the exact 3 words? Who can say?
8.7.
Thank you, Supriya Mata. Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmar yudhyacha. So Krishna said, this is very important. Tasma, therefore, Krishna is again concluding his message here. Tasma sarveshu kaleshu, what message is given here? That one was Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmar yudhyacha. Here Krishna is saying, yoga yukto bhavarjun. Become a yogi. Again, yogi here refers to bhakti yogi. How will you prove the bhakti yogi is given here? Anyone can give me a verse which proves here Yoga Yukta means a bhakti yogi? Everyone knows that verse. If I say one word, you will all know. Prabhupada ji is reading Krishna's heart here. So Krishna is saying, be a yogi. In the Sanskrit, you'll see Yoga Yukta. Become a Yoga Yukta. Be situated in yoga. But Prabhupada ji is reading the heart of Krishna and saying, be a bhakti yogi. Which verse will prove that? Kesha Prabhu, come on. He's just staring at the screen. 647, Yogi Namapi Sarvesham. So of all the yogis, of all the yogis, which yogi I like? Krishna is saying that, I like the bhakti yogi. So when Krishna is saying yoga yukto, that means Krishna is saying, because he's already explained about karma yogi and jnana yogi earlier, and he's explained the destination of that as well. But now Krishna is coming down. Hey Arjun, you should not worry about all that thing. You should just worry about yoga. Are you yoga yukta or you are yoga ayukta? Are you doing seva to Krishna or you're not doing seva to Krishna? That's all you have to worry about. So a bhakta, a devotee, or even an aspiring devotee is so much hopeful, so much hopeful. The things which are beyond his control or her control, that actually doesn't matter to a devotee. That doesn't matter to a devotee. Because that part Krishna will take care. What part we have to take care? About our sadhana, about our seva. If we are doing our 3 S's, sadhana, seva, and sadachar. What are the 3 S's? S for sadhana, S for seva, and third S stands for sadachar. If you are doing 3 S correctly, then we don't have to worry about where we're going to live. Are we going to live body in Vrindavan or outside Vrindavan? We don't know actually. We really don't know. We may die in Sydney, we may die in Perth, we may die on the flight, on the air or what. We don't know where we're going to die. We may aspire to leave the body in Vrindavan, but that may not be possible. What time? Suppose you go to Vrindavan. I heard a live instance actually. One person went to Vrindavan to leave the body. He lived there n number of months. I can't remember exactly. Say 1 year or something. Then he had some work. In the old age, I'm talking about. He had some work, so he came out of Vrindavan and then he died. You can't control that. You may have some important work to do for your family, for other things, and you have to come out of Vrindavan. And he died. So he was waiting in Vrindavan to leave the body. He could not leave the body in Vrindavan. He had to come out. Another instance I have heard, this person was just traveling to Vrindavan literally for a few days with his family. He went to Krishna Balaram temple, he did Dandvat Pranam, he left his body. That's departure. We had young kids as well, actually. One devotee from Australian Yatra. But he was doing pranam to Krishna Balram and he immediately, he had no intention to leave the body, he was just visiting. He left the body. Krishna arranged that way. Many instances I've heard, people who are visiting Vrindavan, they left the body. Another who wanted to leave the body could not leave the body because it's out of your control. But Krishna is saying, don't worry about it. What you have to worry about, yoga yukto. This is very, very important word for all. And how, when you have to become yoga yukta, when you go to Radha Gopinath temple, Tasmad sarveshu kaleshu, all the kal you have to become yoga yukta. And then don't worry about when you're going to leave the body, where you're going to leave the body, which surya position is in, which Shukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha is going on, is Aha or Ratri. That things doesn't matter to a devotee. Prabhupada writes, a devotee of the Supreme Lord should not worry whether he will depart by arrangement or by accident. A devotee should be firmly established in Krishna consciousness and chant Hare Krishna. Prabhupada, very simple. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. One who is firm in yoga is constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness. And this is what explanation of the word yoga Prabhupada is giving. Constantly engaged in Krishna consciousness, that is yoga yukto. Simple as that. So a devotee does not worry about all that. And the final verse, which is actually a very, very inspiring verse, very important verse, because sometimes even aspiring devotees, most of us here sitting in the call is aspiring devotees. As Prabhupada said, devotee is a big word. It's a big word. It's not, sometimes we very casually, oh, devotee hai kya? Very casually we use this word. And that's okay, but we have to understand the depth of the word devotee. Anyway, so aspiring devotees also gets into karma kanda side. They have, what if, if I do this yagya, that yoga, this astrology, that ring, that Shani, Rahu, Ketu, sometimes we may have that tendency. So this verse will or should remove all your misconceptions, actually, all your misconceptions. This is given by Krishna as the conclusion. Now, Prabhupada writes in the purport, this verse, 828, is the conclusion of chapter 7 and chapter 8. It's a big statement. That's the first line of the purport. This verse is a summation of 7th and 8th chapters. So 820 is an extremely important verse, very hope-giving verse, and also clarifying your, if you have any doubts about any other activity other than serving Krishna, Radha Gopinath, it should not exist in your mind after reading this verse. It's such an important verse. Let's read this verse. Who wants to read? Iramata, would you like to read?
वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपसु चैव दानेषु यत् पुण्यफलं प्रदिष्टम् अत्येति तत्सर्वम् इदं विदित्वा योगी परं स्थानम् उपैति चाद्यम्. A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end, he reaches the supreme eternal abode.
Thank you, Mataji. So Vedeshu, there are 4 activities given, which are very, very auspicious activity. We must perform them, no doubt about it. Vedeshu, what does Vedeshu mean? Study of the Vedas, Swadhyaya, we call it in Sanskrit. Swadhyaya means Adhyan of the Vedas, and we should do that. Yagyeshu, performing yagya, sacrifice, very important activity, we should do that. Tapasa, tapasu refers to austerities. We also do austerity, we do Ekadashi, Janmashtami, doing some seva, that's also tapasya. Vedeshu, Yagyeshu, Tapas, Daneshu, doing some charity. We are all encouraged to do the charity. So just on charity, Radha Gopinath new temple is coming. If you perform the charity in Chaturmas, do that. is the best time to give some charity to the Radha Gopinath. What charity will give to Radha Gopinath? But whatever finances Krishna has given to us at this moment, we can engage very properly in Krishna's seva. Okay, yat punya phalam pradishtam. Pradishtam means you will achieve some punya phala. So whenever you do these activities, you study the Vedas, you perform sacrifices, you do some austerities, we do some dana, you get some punya phala. That is true. And in Vedic culture, it's recommended you do all this. In 18.5, you will see if we perform yajna, if we perform dana, pavanani manishana, they even purify manishana. Manishana refers to very high quality people. So you should always be performing dan, you should always be performing yajna, you should always be performing tapaha. You should not think, okay, I have become devotee now, I do not need to perform. No, you need to perform tapa all the time. It says in Hitopadesh, that 3 activities you should always be satisfied with, 3 activities you should not be satisfied with. So trishu santosha kartavya, bhojane sodare bhojane dhane. So 3 activities. Trishu santosha kartavya, your kartavya, your duty is to be satisfied. Trishu, in 3 activities. Always be satisfied. The first one is swadare. Dara refers to patni. Swa means apni. So here Swadara you can translate in a modern world as your spouse. So whatever spouse Krishna has arranged for you, you should be completely satisfied. There's no question of unsatisfaction there. Swadare. Second is bhojan. Whatever comes on your plate. Keshav Prabhu never complains. Whatever bhojan comes in the plate, no complaints. Namak kam hai, mirchi zyada hai. There's only rotis there, only one sabji is there, no chutney. No sweet, no rasgulla today. No complaints. Whatever destiny has given in your plate, accept it gracefully. Thank you, Krishna. Whatever I'm receiving. So Swadare Bhojane Dhane. Dhane. After your righteous work for 6 to 8 hours, whatever dhan you receive, that's it. That's your quota. You get $50, $100, $10,000. No comparison. Oh, this Prabhu is earning this much, that Mata is earning that much. No, that's their quota. Whatever quota you have after honest work, 6 or 8 hours of work, Prabhupada says 6 hours, today you can say 8 hours, that's your quota. So this is what I have achieved. Krishna, thank you so much. And after that, I'll spend in Krishna consciousness. Radhesham Prabhu always says, morning for Krishna, daytime for profession, night time for family. Very simple classification Prabhu does. So profession is also important. You have to perform some righteous activity which does not harm anyone, does not exploit anyone, and you get some money. So dare bhojane dhane. So 3 things you should always be satisfied with. Usually what happens, these 3 things we are not satisfied with. In many cases at least. But Shastra says, always be satisfied. Trishu santosha na kartavya. In the next line, Shastra says, your duty is not to be satisfied with other 3 things. What are the 3 things? Anyone can guess? Swadhyay. Ayush Prabhu always reading. He starts reading at 5:30. He finishes round. I see it like wonderful, huh? Very, very nice. Such a nice role model, and other devotees as well. So we should get up very early. My Guru Maharaj recommended getting up at 2 to 2:30 a.m. every day. He said rounds before Mangala Aarti are the first class round. After Mangala Aarti, which means before Darshan Aarti, are the second class rounds. And rounds after 10 p.m., he said Hare Krishna. They are the Hare Krishna rounds. Nice, you should do it. But the point is, if you get up that time of the day, which is difficult, not easy. But my Guru Maharaj used to get up 1:30, 2 o'clock every single day, no matter where he is, unless he's sick or something. But then if he is sick, it's like 4 o'clock is the late getting up. 4 o'clock is late for him. 1:30, 2 o'clock, that's his time. He will chant all his rounds in the morning before Mangalarti, attend Mangalarti, and then after Mangalarti, he'll do other activities. And I'm seeing Ayush Prabhu for that similar example. It's very nice, very inspiring. So he studies after that. Some people study in the morning. I know Keshav Maharaj, he explains in the class. So 3 o'clock he will get up, 3:30 he is ready, 3:30 to 4:30 he will study shlokas. 1 hour in the morning he will spend in reading the shlokas. And now you see his classes, so many shlokas, he can remember left, right, center, so clear. Every single letter you can distinguish so clearly. But that has done after a lot of practice, so 1 hour in the morning he's spending in Swadhyay, reading scriptures. and then he will do his japa after Tulsi Aarti, which most of us do, 5:15 to 7:15, like that. So anyway, the point which I'm trying to make, Swadhyay is very, very important. You should never say, Aaj ka ho gaya. I've learned 2 verses. Prabhuji, Bhakti Shastri syllabus is 2 verses. I've learned 2 verses. Ho gaya, khatam. No, not like that. Bhakti Shastri syllabus, maybe 2 verses, 3 verses. That's a minimal, because not everyone can do many, many verses. But the point is, Swadhyay should never stop. You have done today's quota, do more. Do more. If you have time, do more. Swadhyay, japa. Japa you should never be satisfied with. So if you've done 16, you can always do 17. Now, it does not mean there are another seva to perform for your family, for your ashrama, for your temple. You have to perform those seva. You cannot say, no, Prabhu, I'll chant 32 rounds and not do my responsibilities. That's not the point. The point is, if you get time, you should perform. And tapaha, and austerity. Any austerity is, you should not stop in the austerity. That, yes, I've done one. I met one person in our temple, and I was distributing Mahaprasad. So that was Ekadashi day. It was a grain prasad. So I'm distributing to some people who I thought will not be following. So this devotee said, "Give it to me." And I'd been seeing that person many times in the temple. I said, "Prabhu, it's Ekadashi, and this non-Ekadashi." He said, "Prabhuji, I have done enough Ekadashis." अब उनको लेना है तो लेंगे, नहीं लेना है तो नहीं लेंगे. Now if Krishna desired to take me, he will take me, otherwise not. Give me the puris. I said, okay, Prabhu, if you want it, what can I say? So there should not be a day in our life, at least in all of us life, we don't follow Ekadashi, at least in our knowledge. If you are unconscious, okay. If we are sick, we have to take the medication. All those things we're not talking, but no stopping on Ekadashi, no stopping on Janmashtami. Based on your capacity on that day, yes, you do your best. If your body is not well, you have to take some other medication and all that. We're not talking that. But no Ekadashi, no, not possible. No Janmashtami, not possible. We will perform as per the best of the capacity of our body that day. You may not follow Nirjala, that's fine, but you follow Jala. If not Jala, you follow Safala. You do Nirjala. If not Nirjala, you do Sajala. If not Sajala, you do Safala. If not Safala, you do with Sa Alu, Sa Sabudana, Sa Kutu Ka Atta Ki Pakodi and all that. But don't come down to grains. Don't come down to grains. Like that should be the last thing. Some emergency situation. Anyway, so in Tapa, in Japa, so okay, japa comes under tapa, and in dana, the third category is dana. In dana, dan you should never be satisfied with. We're talking about the good dan here. Okay, you have given $10,000. You can always give more. Sudan we are talking, obviously, not kudan. So dan you should not think enough. Ho gaya. इस साल का कोटा नहीं always if there is a supatra you always give. Now dan does not necessarily mean to just finances. Dan means the best dan as per Bhagavatam is gyan dan. You always give gyan of Krishna consciousness, whatever you know, to others. You share your knowledge, whatever you have, with others. That's called dan. So dan you're never satisfied, tapa we're never satisfied, and swadhyay. Never be satisfied with these 3 things. What are the 6 things we said, Shavit Prabhu? Quickly, what we are satisfied with? 3 things satisfied with.
Shodhara.
एक minute, Prabhu.
Sorry, Prabhu, I was not attentive. I had
You're
to.
not attentive. Okay, no problem. Who else can tell? Lakshmi Mata, 3 things we should be satisfied with.
Your spouse.
Your spouse, yes, Swadare, yep. Bhojane, dhane.
Your spouse, your food, your prasadam.
Yep.
And I forgot the last one.
And you forgot the last one. Who can help me here? Meera Mata,
Money
last
or
one.
income, bro.
Okay, wait. Meera Mata ji,
Money or
last one.
yeah, sorry.
Income, your income.
Okay, now we know. Okay, Meera Mata, 3 things we should not be satisfied with. You can say in Sanskrit or English, whatever works for you.
I can.
No, Shavit Prabhu. Now it's Meera Mata's turn. Sorry. Everyone should participate. That's the point. Okay, you can't find your unmute button, Mataji. Okay, Shavit Prabhu, go for it. Okay, Meera Mata, she's ready.
No, I'm trying to remember.
You're trying to tell one Mata. Anything you remember which you should be not satisfied with. Any one thing. Okay, no worries. Shavit Prabhu, please go for it.
Swadhyay.
Swadhyay, thank you. What does Swadhyay means? Reading newspaper, going on websites, mundane websites, and reading all that, never be satisfied. Is that right? Is that the meaning of Swadhyay? Please
No,
explain.
Prabhuji. Reading Bhagavatam or
Reading Shastra.
Chaitanya Charitamrit
Yes.
or Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita, like the bona fide Shastra. Okay, first category. Second category, Shovit Prabhu.
Prabhu says spreading the knowledge of Krishna
So what's
consciousness.
that category called, Prabhu? Dan.
Dan, yes,
Dan.
Prabhu.
So
Dan
Dan can be finance Dan, grain Dan, Anna Dan, Jal Dan, Shastra Dan, Shabd Gyan. Okay. Second, one more category.
Japa.
Prabhu.
Tapa.
Japa.
Tapa. So tapa includes the japa. So tapa, austerity. We should not stop austerity. No more this vrata, that vrata. Again, we are talking about Krishna conscious vratas here, not otherwise there are so many vratas. We're not talking about that. So we're talking Krishna conscious vratas here. Okay. So these three you should not be satisfied with. So okay, coming back. So because they generate, now here punya here refers to material piety. So this non-Krishna consciously done, for example, will produce some sort of punya. Pradishtam, they will give punya. So Vedeshu, Yagyeshu, Tapasu, Daneshu. Atyeti, what does atyeti mean? Surpassing, going beyond. So all these activities which does give some sort of punya. Now you may think, if I'm becoming a devotee, I'm just chanting Hare Krishna, for example. I'm not doing any mundane yajna. I'm not doing any mundane tapa. I'm not doing mundane dana. So bhuko khana khilana and all that. If I'm not doing, am I missing out on something? Krishna says, no, you're not missing out on anything actually. Why? That's explained in line 3 and 4. Let's see. Ateti tat sarvam idim viditva. Viditva represents, if you know this, not only you will get what these activities will give. Suppose you perform a normal mundane yajna, just one example, and you perform, I don't know, some Shanti yajna, for example. Just take one example. Some Vishwa Shanti yajna you perform. You get some punya? Yes, you do get some punya. I am not performing Vishwa Shanti yajna. I am just trying to serve Krishna as per my capacity. Am I devoid of getting the result of Shanti Yajna, Shashank Prabhu? That's my question. No.
Yes.
Yes, you are not devoid of getting the result of that mundane Shanti Yajna. Why? Because Krishna says not only you will get the result of that Shanti Yajna, but Atet, you will actually go beyond it. Basically, Krishna is saying you will get much more than that. Why you will get much more than that? Because yogi param sthanam upayati chadyam. Yogi, this yogi here refers to bhakti yogi, will achieve everything what a normal person achieves, plus he will achieve something else. What he will achieve something else? Atyeti means surpassing, going beyond it. Not just normal mundane results. He will achieve paramisthanam, which others will not. The person performing Shanti Yajna, and with all due respect to Shanti Yajna, there are many people involved in that, and people who are doing, that's nice activity, but that does not give an eternal result. That just give a material result, material punya. But here Krishna is saying you will achieve all of the punya's result achieved by performing those activities, plus you will get a lot more. Plus you will get a lot more. Atyeti. Atyeti word is very, very important. Prabhupada writes in the synonyms, surpassing those results. Suppose the result achieved by these material activities, if done materially, yajna you can do Krishna conscious yajna, you can also do material yajna. Tapa you can do material tapa, you are following some this Baba vrata, this Devi vrata and all that, or you can perform vrata for Krishna, for example. So if these activities produce some mundane results, a devotee will not only get all those results but go beyond it, which is he will get an eternal place in Krishna's abode. Is that clear, this verse? So that's why a devotee should not bother about doing these things independently of Krishna consciousness. Independently, I'm using the word. Within Krishna consciousness, yes, we all perform. We perform Veda Adhyan. Right now, we are all doing Veda Adhyan. We are doing Yajna. We are actually, this reading Bhagavad Gita is also called Yajna. We are doing this Medhasa Yajna. Tapa, we are performing tapa. You have to sit for 2 hours and tolerate me. And you have to switch on your video and all those things. So you're performing a tapa. Dana. here I'm taking the dan from Srila Prabhupada and some other teachers, and I'm trying to share that knowledge, whatever I understand the dana. So all these activities are actually included in Krishna consciousness. You don't have to perform them individually, separately, other than Krishna. If you do that, what happens? Atyetita sarvam tinditva yogi param isthano upayati chadyam. I was reading this Prabhupada purport here. The beauty of Krishna consciousness, however, is that by one stroke, see the words by Prabhupada, by engaging in devotion. What is that one stroke? By engaging in devotion service, one can surpass all the rituals of the different orders of life. You don't have to perform different, Agnihotri Yagya, this Yagya, that Yagya, which people used to perform. And they're very pious. They're very nice things. But in one stroke, you can surpass all the rituals of different orders of life. You see what his life Prabhupada? His life at once become glorified beyond all the penances, sacrifice, charities, speculation, for one can achieve all the results of these activities simply by performing Krishna consciousness, serving Krishna. Simple as that. Huh? Beautiful purport by Prabhupada here. Prabhupada also gives different ashramas and different activities which goes on in there. But just by engaging devotional service, following your Guru's instruction, Prabhupada's instruction, you can surpass all the results of the rituals which may come in drops, but you can get Krishna consciousness, a sagar, bhakti rasa amrita sindhu. Okay, let me stop here. If there's any questions or comments, I'll take. Okay, no questions. I'll just quickly summarize what we spoke in the last section of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, so which is 823 to 828. So this is like 8 verses altogether. So first 6 verses. No, this is 6 verses actually. So there's 6 verses. So 23 was the introduction of this section. So Krishna is saying, I will tell you the ways by which you will come back or you will not come back. In 24, he talked about the Jnana Yogi. What happens to the Jnana Yogi if he leaves his body in a favorable situation? He goes to a place where he does not come back from, which is the Brahman achievement. Then 825, he spoke about the Karma Yogi. He is not as advanced as Jnana Yogi, but he does get results. So whatever activities you perform, nature does give the result back. So in this case, the Shatvasa, Dakshinayana is going on, there's Ratri, there's a Dhuma, Ratirstha, Krishna. So if all those things are there, he does go back to Chandraloka, but then he comes back from the Chandraloka, he falls down to Prithviloka. In the example given in 921 for that, Shine Punya Prithvilokam Vishanti. So that is also given. Now in 826, he reconciles both. And then Arjuna is confused at 826 and he says, I don't remember all that. So Krishna says, don't worry about all that. That's 827. Arjuna, for you, because you're a yoga yukta, you're a devotee, for you, it doesn't matter. Do not become bewildered by all these knowledge. And then 828, Arjuna says, am I going to get bereft of all these activities which individual performs in Vedic culture? Krishna says, no. You'll not be bereft of. Rather, actually, you're going to achieve more than that. And then he describes, Vedesi yageshu tapasu chaiva Danesh yat punyapalam atyeti. Atyeti, you will actually surpass. What's the surpassing result here? You will achieve a sthana, which is paramam. You will achieve the ultimate destination, which means you're going to get placed in Krishna's loka. Okay, let's stop here. It's 9:03. Yes, Prabhu, is there